Good morning, everyone. In this presentation, we are going to discuss the operation management in Ocean Park. I'm Pik Lam.
I'm Chit Hei.
I'm Hui Ka Wai.
And this is the outline of our presentation. Ocean Park is a well-known landmark in Hong Kong. However, due to the social movement and the outbreak of COVID-19, it suffered plunge in revenue and it suffered a considerable amount in net loss starting from 2016. Along with the plummet in visitor number, the Ocean Park's prospect is undetermined. To cope with the adversity, it launched a series of events to absorb the visitors. There are three major problems in Ocean Park. The first one is the over-reliance on tourism. Over-reliance on single-income source leads to a high risk in business. Moreover, customers spend long time in waiting, especially on holiday. It leads to visitor unsatisfaction. Lastly, the retirement of attractions also impact on the visitor experience. Nowadays, the decreasing attractiveness of customer results in low profitability. This presentation will focus on the operations management, and we apply an array of analysis tools in forecasting, aggregate planning, and the facility layout. Here is the forecasting. I will first talk about the methodology, and the results will be demonstrated and discussed after that. Since Ocean Park is shifting their focus to the local market, we expected that the influence of tourism would be weakened. Data are shot from the annual report published on the official website, and we avoid using the data in 2019 as it contains various uncertainties unrelated to the performance generated by operation management. Forecasting involves simple moving average, the exponential smoothing, and the linear regression for attendance predictions. Subsequently, measurement of error will be conducted. The aim of time series forecasting conducted is to figure out the underlying trend from a historical record. It helps plotting the corresponding future measure. We observed that the overall attendance is stable, except that there was an inflation in 2010 and it fell back to the range of 5 to 6 million since 2015 to 19. In the simple moving average, 2 years and 3 years time periods are decided and calculated. The formula listed, we can get the result in the present table. We assume that the two constraint alphas will be 0.3 and 0.6. After the calculation, we could gain the result in this table. And for the linear regressions, the formula is calculated and the result is demonstrated in this slide. The results represent the exponential smoothing method could nicely forecast the attendance comparatively. However, exponential smoothing forecasting is more reliable on up-to-date data and unable to generate prediction without actual and continuous attendance. To predict the expected attendance from 2022 and 2025, linear regressions is applied. In this case, we observe a predicted decline in attendance.
And I'm Horace Chit Hei, and here's come to the part of aggregate planning regarding the issue of low profitability. Similarly, I will first talk about the methodology, results, and move to discussion. Firstly, regarding the issue of high employee costs, aggregate planning can be used to determine the level of capacity operated to meet the demand attendance in a cost-efficient manner. And extracting the data from Ocean Park annual report, press release, and job advertisement, a quarter business plan with seasonal adjustment will be created. In this presentation, trace and stable workforce strategy will be analyzed. And here is the interpretation of data extract for planning. Firstly, chase strategy is to match the production wave with park attendance by hiring and layoff workers. In this strategy, 316 staff were laid off and around 102,000 staff were hired to meet the demand fluctuation. Thus, hiring and layoff costs occur, while the total employee cost is 524 million. Different from chase strategy, stable workforce strategy with overtime vary the number of work hours for the overtime to change the output. In this strategy, 159,000 overtime hours have occurred and 60 million of overtime costs have paid, and the total employee cost is 587 million. Comparing the two strategies, we find that the chase strategy presents a more cost-efficient manner in minimizing the park operation costs, as chase strategy can vary the workforce to meet the exact attendance without wasting any unabsorbed work hours. Also, the employment cost incurred by chase strategy is much lower than the overtime cost incurred by stable workforce strategy. Therefore, we decided that the chase strategy can better reduce the park employee cost and raise the profitability. Here, I will pass the part to Kelly.
I'm Hui Ka Wai Kelly, and I will discuss. I will present part 5 and part 6. I will use the dimensional block diagram to conduct the studies. The data extracted are past press release data from FlowChart and map of the ocean part. By firstly analyzing the data extracted, the following relationships are assigned for calculating TCR. Here we got the sequence of placing the theme zones. The sequence is the amazing Asian animals, rainforest, riskus, harbor, aquacity, adventure land, through mountain, marine world, and finally the polar adventure. And here we got the dimensionless block diagram. This new layout offers a higher flexibility in terms of labor arrangement. It could be arranged to perform other duties, and it could be used to deal with the high capacity goods. Besides, it considers the flow of visitors in Ocean Park. Because the largest attractions are located at the back of the park, it could be used to disperse the crowd and encourage visitors to go through different facilities that could increase the profit earning ability of Ocean Park. For the part 6, I will use the literature review and word breakdown structure to conduct the study. I will firstly analyze the word breakdown structure and investigate the quality control issues that are applicable to the new project, Water World. The new project aimed at offering a leisure activity with a broad array of attractions, restaurants, and retail stores. It also aimed at promoting local wildlife conservation and educate people to embrace the natural beauty and culture of Hong Kong. The business model is changed. The Ocean Park will charge when the customers leave. It will charge fee for individual entertainment activities, and it will charge for dining and retail services in restaurants and retail stores. It is the first water park in Hong Kong with 27 indoor and outdoor activities. Here is the word breakdown structure from stages 1 to the final stages. Because these are the stages that are completed, we will focus on the final few stages. And here comes to the project quality control. First of all, I will talk about technical quality, that is the provision of service. From these studies, the customers are the least satisfied with the employee performance that is largely attributed to the insufficient employee training. So we can know that employee trainings are significantly important in Ocean Park. And the second point is the functional quality, that is the perception of the customers on the delivery or services. It implied that the water world could use these data to predict the customer preferences and implementing the preventive measures to avoid any disruptions.
Here we come to the recommendations and limitation part. The development plan are designed regarding the forecast in attendance, while the time series 2 obtain limitations. Firstly, the time series do not take unexpected event into considerations. If the situation would take a favorable turn in the future, the influence of particular value in forecast should not be long-lasting. Nevertheless, the extreme value will seriously lead to a gigantic change in the forecast, which may lead to inaccuracy. Lastly, the real situation is a complex mixture result of numerous factors. We cannot determine the actual attendance, whether it is a stochastic or deterministic chaotic. The external factors such as government restrictions and the policy will also influence the actual attendance and cause deviations.
And through the declination of demand forecast, we observe that even without external factors like social movement and pandemic, Ocean Park tend to lose its attractiveness towards the local and mainland tourists. Therefore, we suggest that Ocean Park should introduce new attraction and performance to rebuild its reputation and park status in the Asia country by offering some refreshing experience and gimmick. Also, Ocean Park should invest in special seasonal events instead of restructuring the price system, so as to follow the success like Halloween Fest and respond the local demand. Besides, regarding the low profitability, we first suggest that Ocean Park could adopt pure chase strategy by changing the workforce level with exact demand attendance, then following its competitor, who is Hong Kong Disneyland. Ocean Park could offer cross-training to enhance their staff flexibility by improving their multiple skills, thus allowing their staff to be able to switch from different working positions. Lastly, Ocean Park could adopt a subcontracting to utilize the excess resource in a cost-efficient manner by using the external capacity. Moreover, regarding the issue of a long queuing time, facility layout of Ocean Park will be rearranged in order to disperse the crowd by using the dimensionless block diagram that analyzed in the previous section. Lastly, regarding the issue of retirement of attractions, Ocean Park will introduce a new water park called Water World so as to enhance their park attractiveness. And here is a summary of our presentation. Thank you.